learning that it's not about all of the stuff that I've learned. Actually, it's really simple. And actually, the more simply I see it, the better. So I'm still struggling to articulate that well, I think. I'm learning that I'm enough, and I already have everything I need. I think, like lots of us, I forget that sometimes, and it's just remembering what I already knew.
On my first day, I was kind of skeptical because it seems very it seems like almost too good to be true in a sense, but I'm quite a skeptical person generally, but I haven't really been able to think of any good reasons why it shouldn't work, and so I've been discussing things with others, and it really does seem to me to be like the real thing, or to like actually offer solutions, like really good solutions in life.
I've learned that it's a lot easier than you think it is. That everything I looked at before was something else to learn, something else to fit into what I already knew, bigger parts of the jigsaw puzzle. This stuff's just so simple. It doesn't take a lot of effort. In fact, it takes the effort away.
It doesn't take a lot, really. It takes very little. And that's the thing. I used to think it took a lot of work and effort and how-tos and plans and strategies and thinking. But I think what it takes to really thrive is none of that, and just be in the moment with people. And that's the biggest thing that I've taken away, is it changes every moment, and every moment's different, and the ability to slow down and not think about the past too much and not get ahead of myself. And this what if thinking, what if, it's just a waste of energy. So slow down, be in the moment, and I think that's what it takes to really thrive. Yeah, just be present with people and connected and listen with no judgment is massive for me, massive.
I'm learning that it's okay to embrace my humanness. I was previously quite a controlling, perfectionist type of person, and I'm feeling really free now that I'm recognising I don't need to be perfect, but in fact I am perfect in all that entails. And it's brought a peace and a lightness and more playfulness to life, and a genuine feeling of contentment.
I think the sort of biggest thing I'm learning, it actually takes really little. It's nothing about you needing to do something differently or changing something or getting something from the outside. It's actually as simple as having like a realization that you create your own experience through thought, because that's what lets you to connect with what you really are inside. So we already are thriving, like already, but just too much interference, too much thought, we get bogged down, stops us from just being in touch with that, and just peeling those layers off, and then you just start thriving.
I'm learning that I don't actually need to do anything. And so that's quite unbelievable, because when I arrived, I came with a lot of things to do. Yeah, and that's all gone away, so I just feel empty in a really good way.
I'm learning that I don't have to believe what I think. For so long I've believed that the thought of you're not good enough, the thought of you can't do this, you can't do that, has been me, has been my story, has been what I am, and now I realise that that's just, it's not true. And that it's, like you said, it's just a thought. And by realising it's just a thought and it's just passing through my head, I don't have to catch it, I don't have to believe it, I don't have to think about it or give it any attention.
Well, to truly thrive, I actually don't need anything other than just myself. And that's a huge learning for me. I've spent many years trying to search for the solution out there, and actually it isn't out there, it's within me. And that's something that has just been hugely enlightening for me, and something that I found overwhelming at first. It was a big thing, but it's so simple.
I'm learning that it takes a lot less than I thought it was, I thought it would take. That there's a system that is way bigger than me, that is me, that I can fall into when I remember to do it, and that system will, that life force will flow me in such a way that I naturally thrive. And the more I learn about this, the more I am understanding that it's not about trying to thrive, it's about the fact that I naturally do thrive when I stop trying. So it's the reverse of what I thought for a long time. And the more I relax into it and trust the system, I know it naturally just carries me towards experiences and people and situations and solutions to things that just allow my life to thrive in a very easy way. Yeah.
So I'm already feeling like a sense of calm. I'll go back to home life, to children, to my partner, and I'm hoping, I know that will be kind of beneficial for everyone in our family, the people that I work with. I'm gonna enjoy things more, life more, just stopping to kind of smell the roses, and recognising that thoughts aren't me. That's a massive breakthrough. I'm not my thoughts, and that they just dissipate. They'll go. They'll move aside, and something else kind of comes in its place. And I don't know what that is, but it's exciting, and I know that there'll be more space for that in life going forward. It's just been fab. Learning from, all the words are not important. The language is not important. It's the insights, and it's the stories, and it's the feelings, and the connectivity of other people's experiences has just been so valuable in terms of my own understanding.
And I've met some really lovely people as well, like everyone on the course has been really nice, and Kim's really, she just has a very good approach, and there's never any pressure, and there's never any reason to feel like you're not doing the right thing or anything. It's just a very good atmosphere, I think.
Every time I've been exposed to this in various stages, I've got a little bit better and a little bit better, and things have got easier and easier. There's been something different about these 3 days. I don't feel like I have to keep trying to make this work anymore. So I've read books, I've been to another seminar, but this one's different. It just seemed to go to the core of me a little bit. It's, how many times in your life do you get 3 days out of your busy life to just talk to people about what it means to be human, the human condition. It's so rare. So 3 days seems like a lot, time-wise. People seem to value time more than money these days because we're all so busy. But to come here for 3 days will give you just more time and space in your life. So we'll pay you back 10 times what you give in time and energy.
I think it will impact in many ways, but not just about me, but the people I'm with. So my kids, I think there'll be a huge impact with the way that my relationship with my kids and my wife, in my work. So there's all the external impact from me understanding this, but the bigger thing is the personal impact, I guess, of getting out of my own way. Getting out of my own way and just letting it happen, letting things evolve without trying to force it or manufacture it too much. But it's trust that the universe will keep my channel open. At least would be my answer. I think if my channel's open, it will happen anyway. But my snow globe's been so busy, I haven't been able to let that wisdom in.
I guess there's not an area that it doesn't touch, but particularly what springs to mind in my family life, I bring more calm, I think, and joy to family interactions. It's had a good, like an amazing positive influence on that. From a work perspective, I've never tried less but had more success. So that's awesome. And just personally feeling very good about myself.
It's already had a huge impact. But I think I really feel like this is just the beginning. So I can say already, so I kind of got introduced to this about a year ago. And just in the year, I've become less stressed, more present, just more able to enjoy things, more clear-minded, or like something like you see, it's just obvious. It's obvious which way you should go, what you should do. Practically, that also makes you more productive. Cool ideas. Connect with people better. So it's really every aspect of life. 2 days ago, I would have said, no, I'm happy, can't get much better, but I think it can get a little bit better. So so I'm excited for the workshop. And then yesterday, I saw that there's just so many more levels. Looking back, it's obvious, but before you just couldn't see it. See that there's kind of again layers you built up around what's really inside you, well, you don't even realize it, and it kind of numbs you. You can't then really experience life properly, and I guess that comes from just not wanting to be hurt. But I think that's what at least I'd like the future to be for me, where more and more I was able to do that yesterday, and just have that more and more and more, like all the layers I got on. And you're just kind of giving what you have to give. You're kind of more in touch then with your intuition or creativity. It's just the inner kind of potential. I think that's wonderful. That's what I would like to see in the future, because that's then the key to really thriving. Because it also gives other people the chance to. Then I think it kind of becomes magnetic. Like it lets other people to do the same. Like darkness cannot survive the presence of light. So if you're the light like that, because you let yourself be so, that can help other people see that they're also the light inside, that they're also just perfect, but they're holding it back.
I am actually excited to go home to see how I am with my children. I think I leave with half, even less than that, a tenth of what I came here with, as in actual work that I want to go and do. So in terms of the emptiness, I feel all of this space, and I'm just going to go and do the most meaningful work that I want to do and not mess about with clients I just shouldn't be with, or with people I shouldn't be with. So it will impact my life in that I now have clarity and less to do.
I can do whatever I want. I can be who I want to be. And I can conquer the fear of I'm not good enough, finally, which is such a relief.
Well, it's already had a huge impact. I have slept really well the last few nights, which is a big deal. You know, normally I'm very restless, my brain is very active, I'm thinking all the time. I've had this complete sense of peace and calm over the last 24 hours. And the clarity of mind has been amazing. But I haven't felt like I've had to have lots of thoughts to make sense of things. When they've come, I've just let them roll by and watched them and not ignored them and pushed them away. Previously, I've always been an expert at saying, oh, actually, no, don't think that, because that's a bad thought, or that's going to change things. And now I accept the fact that they're just thoughts. And the emotion that comes with that, the feeling that comes with that is okay. I can hold that feeling and recognize it for what it is, and then just let it go. Because I know that another thought will come along very shortly. And we live in the moment. And that's what we need to do, is live in the moment and not worry about what's happened in the past and what will happen in the future, but just listen and watch what's happening now. And that is a huge gift, something that, you know, I wish everybody could tap into, because I think it's going to make a huge difference to my life from now on. And that's very exciting and very powerful. And I just want to tell everybody about it.
It's already hugely impacted on me. It feels like I've woken up to a reality that is so much more awesome and amazing and beautiful in its simplicity, but it's phenomenal that I'm part of it, and I can't quite get my head around that yet at times. Sometimes I do, and those moments are true blending, I think, with it. But those moments, very special glimpses into it. But I just know from allowing this understanding to kind of percolate, you know, in my mind, and to allow myself to let go above everything else, let go and trust it, that when I do that, when I surrender to this life force, to this universal intelligence, it's got my back. And it means that the impact of my life is, my life feels effortless now. It feels like I'm surfing. It feels actually like, I said this yesterday, but it feels to me like I used to feel I was on the surface of a really choppy ocean, and I didn't have any control over that. But now I've got some understanding of this. It feels like it's much more tranquil, but also sometimes it feels like if I'm moving towards an intention, not trying to do anything, if I just have an intention and work I would like to happen, and I let mind carry me, it feels like I'm on the crest of a wave that has got a huge, powerful momentum behind it. So I'm not pushing anything, I'm being carried on it, and things just naturally kind of unfold and fall into place. So the people I've met, for practical things with the work that I'm doing now, the people I've come across, the insights I've had through conversations, the next step that lights up in this really delightful unfolding means that my life is easy, effortless. And it does feel like, you said it's like the runway, but it is like that. It's like the lights are just one after the other lighting up. So it's become this, I now see life as this exciting opportunity to play, really, just to play. And it feels like a dance almost with life. Whereas before it felt like a struggle, or that I had to prove or push or earn things in my life.
Yeah, I would thoroughly recommend coming on the Heart of Thriving time with Kim. It's a journey I wouldn't have missed for the world, and a true gift.
Yeah, I feel I'm back where I belong, which is great.
So it's much more freeing and much more effortless, much more fun, I think. Yeah. And it's awesome.